Hey everybody, you know it, Jiggin Jerry here. Well, it's been a while. I am back again fishing on the Mount Pleasant Pier underneath the Ravenel Bridge on the Mount Pleasant side of the Charleston Harbor. What's been going on for the winter so far? Well, we're going to fish for sheephead. That's right, in this episode we're going to show you how we've been doing and what we've been using for bait to catch winter sheephead and spotted sea trout. That's right, winter trout and sheepshead almost go hand in hand together this time of year. So, let's get busy. So while I'm catching these trout right here, you notice there is a big fog bank moving in. So I look out into the harbor and what do I see? This big cargo ship coming in out of the fog. Looks like a ghost ship. Something out of a movie. And before you know it, it's on its way underneath the Ravenel Bridge and you're just hoping for the best. All right. Okay, another thing I would like to cover while I'm catching trout here off the Mount Pleasant Pier in the Charleston Harbor is about the trout. That's right. There are two different species that you can catch here in the Charleston Harbor, and it would help if you knew exactly what to look for. This trout here is a weak fish. If you look at the side, you'll see that it has more of a digital pattern on its side instead of round black circles everywhere. You have to be careful not to make the mistake and think this is a spotted sea trout and keep more than one because you are only allowed one of these in South Carolina. And if you're caught with more than one, could be a hefty fine. In this trout that I just caught here, you can clearly see is a spotted sea trout. Still has the same purple hue and gray colors, and you can clearly see the spots. In this trout here, if you look closely, well, it has no spots. That's right, it has no spots. But if you look a little closer, you'll notice it does have spots on the fins. This is still a spotted sea trout. He just has no spots on his side. So don't mistake this spotted sea trout for a weak fish. So when you're fishing artificials, especially throwing an ultralight with these little slim swims, you want to look down the pier, down the side. Now you don't want to cast directly up tight to the pier because there's a lot of old steel and rebar left behind from the old Cooper River bridges. So what I do is I cast out about 20 feet and I come in on an angle close to the pier, just outside the structure, and that's where your winter trout are going to be ambushing down low. And remember, the water out here in the Charleston Harbor where the Mount Pleasant Pier is very shallow. So right where I'm fishing right now with the incoming tides, only about 2.5 to 3 feet. So, but that's all they need. That's all they need to do what they need to do. Check it out. Now that cast is coming in too close. I cast out a little further. There you go. There it is. Oh, it's fighting good too. find me some more fish. Never mind, they found me. Nice fish. That's a nice fish. Maybe it'll fall off and I'll have to dirty my hands. Guess not. That's a pretty fish. We can find another one ambushing in there. Now over here while I'm fishing, you have your Cooper River and your Wando River. And you know, both currents like to collide, and when they do, creates what they call a push line, when both tides push together. And when they do, of course, the current pushes all the trash and small fish and stuff like that, all in that one rip. And a good sign to see one of those push lines is you'll see bubbles and everything, and make a line going up the inside of the Charleston Harbor. So along the pier you'll see these bubbles and stuff, and they'll come up. See that? I'm fishing in them right now. Got a little dink. You'll see the bubbles come up and debris in there. And with the debris in there, the trout will come up and look in that debris for small fish and shrimp and everything hiding in it. So it helps when you see that push line to cast in it or cast ahead of it and reel your bait or your lure into it, drop down low behind it like it came out of the debris field and is trying to get away. And they'll come after it. Try to grab it. I think I can get me another one. And it's fun. Now, the Mount Pleasant Pier is a very popular place. And, but as you enter the winter months like now, you know, and we're in January, oh, I missed him. A lot of people area don't like the cold. Oh, strong fish. And they don't like to come out here and get chilled up. So what's fun about fishing here is you do end up with a little bit of solitude. Sometimes you feel like the Lone Ranger. You're out here by yourself, maybe 4 other people. Then you have your pedestrians and tourists going by with a bit of curiosity, wondering what you're doing. And then they have a blast, they get tickled to death seeing the fish, and next thing you know, they're out there fishing too. And you can have a great time and enjoy yourself. Look at that. He swallowed that thing right up there, hooks right in the top of his jaw. I'll have to get my little snips to get it out. So let's see what else others have gotten into out here off of the Mount Pleasant Pier. A sheephead. Let's see how sheephead have been doing. Okay, for those of you wondering what we are using for bait, we are using mussels, clam out of the shell, and some fiddler crabs purchased from local bait shops. Why? Because fiddler crabs are bed down right now in the mud because of the cool temperatures, so you really can't find them too much in the wild. Anyway, this fish I'm holding right here is 10 pounds, 8 ounces. My buddy's fish was 11 pounds, 12 ounces. These fish, to get this size, are 20 years old. So I recommend catch and release on these guys. They are breeders. All right. Thank you. Well, all right. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the show. I had a great time. You know, this is our slow season, but, you know, even though it's slow, it is great for spotted sea trout and sheephead this time of year. The water's cold, it's nippy, but for those hardcore fishermen who don't mind getting out there and getting cold, hey, that's the way to do it. To all my fans out there, thanks for watching. For those of you watching for the first time, don't forget, there is a subscribe button. It only lets you know when I have more shows available. And like I always say, good luck out there and have fun fishing. Take care.